Fausto Solis. I am a professor researcher here at the University of Pisa, and specifically I work in poultry science, but I support other areas. I just came back. I came back to the United States.
Where did you go?
3 months ago, I was studying at the University of Arkansas. I got my master and my Ph.D. there. And I just came back to support the university in animal science, but specifically poultry science, because I got my degrees in poultry science. So the university here has around 1,000 students, and we produce all the food that the students eat at the university. And most of them are from Haiti.
Most of the students?
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say most of them. I would say 30, 40% of the students from Haiti. Yeah, it's a kind of good number of students that we have.
And when they finish their practice here, do they usually go back to Haiti or stay in the Dominican Republic?
Usually they go back to Haiti. Yeah, usually they go back to Haiti. Some of them stay here, but most of them go to Haiti. And they get good job there. Because sometimes we go to Haiti to check what our alumni are doing there, and they are working very well.
Okay. Describe the program. The program that the students are enrolled in. How long is it? What do they study when they're done? What degree do they get?
Well, here they can study animal science production, animal science engineer. They say engineer is a kind of bachelor in the United States. This is for 4.5 years. They may become also veterinary, and the veterinary you can get 4.5 or 5 years. They can be engineer in food technology, food science technology. That's a kind of 4.5 years too. And also they can get the natural resources degree. Engineer also natural resources, and that's kind of engineer to equivalent to the bachelor's degree. And also we have the agricultural engineer, just to work with the crops, the soils, the water, the air. That's the kind of, or that's another career that we offer here at the university.
What's the tuition? How much does it cost to attend?
Oh, I don't have the number, because people in the register, they may give the number. But I would say that it's one of the cheapest universities in the country. Probably in the Caribbean. It's one of the cheapest. I don't have the number.
Is there any program to make sure the kids, after they graduate, they find employment?
Well, we have some kind of agreement with the industry, and they have to go for an internship after they finish the degree, and they go for the industry to be there for 3 months, 4 months. I don't remember exactly the number of hours. And after being there in the internship, usually they are hired and they stay working for that company. That's in the Dominican Republic. I would say that the Haitian people can go for the same procedure. I just came back to the United States, and that's the normal procedure. And usually people here, people that graduate from this university, they get job almost for sure. Sometimes they get a job before finishing the university.
Okay. Is there any program at the university that's, let's say for example, someone would like to attend, not for 4 years, but just for a couple of months, so they can know more about farming? Let's say farmers want to attend. Is there a program that's less than 4 years for a couple of months, just to give them more knowledge about the soil, about how to incubate the animals, how to rear the animals?
Well, we have some specific programs with some international universities. I know that there is a program between this university and the Ohio State University of the United States. I don't know if I think people from Illinois, they come here for, I would say, 2 months, 1.5 months, and they stay here knowing how the Dominican people use the institutions. I think
if let's say if Haitians were to come here for just a couple of months because they can't afford to stay away from their crops or animals for 4 years, just to get a refresher course, do you have something available just for 3 months, 6 months, that teach them the basics, just the basics, so they can go back there. Not students.
No, okay, just to know the basic routine.
Yes.
How to define. I don't have the specific information, but I would say that that's possible. That's possible to have that. Because we have the facilities, and I don't see any problem. But if you talk to people, let's say the people are responsible for the administration, for the academic, maybe they can give you more information because I don't have information, but I don't see any problem in that.
Could you speak in general terms about what are some of the problems that farmers might face if they want to grow crops?
But you have to tell me what kind of crops.
Well, specifically on the Haitian side of the island, what are some of the problems that they're facing?
Well, I don't work in the Department of Agriculture. I work for Animal Science Department, and I can tell you probably with more. I have more confidence when I talk about the animal science area. But in the agricultural area, you can talk to people and they may tell you, I would say that probably the security of the market, they find people to sell the product when they produce that. That's a big question. They have to find out the market.
Yes.
Also, they have to consider if they have the resources to produce the product. The crops. When I say resources, they have to consider the water. Water is very important. They have to consider the fertilizers. They have to consider the kind of soil they have. And they also have to consider if they have the seeds, the plants. I don't think that that's the big problem, but they have to consider this kind of problem. In Haiti, I don't know Haiti very well, but I would say maybe you shouldn't have serious problem to sell the product. Because I would say people maybe need food.
Yes.
As here in the Dominican Republic, people need food.
Everywhere people need
So
food.
you have the market. Now you have to find out if the market has the money to pay you back.
Yes, to purchase the product.
Yeah. And also you have to find out, the most important is to find out if you have the land, the soil appropriate to produce the product. That's what I don't know from Haiti, because I don't know Haiti very well.
Well, let's talk about the animal part.
Yeah.
In general term, you probably have some information just from the students from Haiti. They probably tell you what are some of the problems. What are some of the problems that you know in Haiti in terms of the animal part, animal husbandry, having a farm and raising different types of animals.
Well, in animal, for example, maybe depend on the kind of animal, because the problem, you have two kind of animal. You have the ruminants and you have the monogastric. Maybe that's too technical for you. Maybe you are not you are not majoring in that area, right? But if you are going, for example, for dairy science, to produce milk, maybe you need a kind of big piece of land.
Yes, so they can graze.
Because you have to graze, you have to plant the forage, the pastures and forages for the animal. You have to have a place to have the animals. You will have animals in different stages, in different time growing. Let's say you have animals that are producing milk, others that are waiting for that, others that are growing. So you have different kind of animals. That's the case in case that you go for dairy science. If you go for poultry or for swine, probably you don't need big piece of land. You need just a small piece of land. Intensive. It's more intensive. But you need water, electricity, money for the feed, and also money to buy the chickens or to buy the